Barry Soward, I hope I said that right, Soward and Kay Sullivan. And I'll tell you, these scores, Ron Henderson bowled 100 and 120 for 220 his first round. And Carolyn SLAUNWHITE, I believe, has a high single at 129, 124 for a fine two-string total of 253. Now, their four-string total the last round was 473. Very Soward went in at 159. That normally would be a high single, but Carl Jack opened up, I believe, with 180. And he followed up with 139 for a 298 total for two. Unfortunately, we don't bowl three strings here, so he just got to take 298. His partner, Kay Sullivan, bowled 110 or 121, 122 for 243. Their four-string total was 541. So if you want to pair these up, right now, Barry and Kay have a 68-pin differential after the first round.
Jack, how can you be down 68 pins when you bowl 100 and 120? Your partner bowls a 129, 124, you're down 60-odd pins. But we really do have the big guns tonight, but there's always the chance, of course, that when the biggest guns come up, maybe not too much is going to happen. It's hard to say, isn't it?
Well, Bruce, you know, you made a good observation there, but the thing is the women are bowling well.
Oh.
And, I mean, you look at these scores, I mean, Kay is at 121, 122, Carolyn's at 129 and 124. And, I mean, you look at the men are good, but the women are, we have super bowlers here in Metro.
Jack, I've always liked the women better than the men. Let's take a look then at tonight's two competing teams and take a look at their form. And our first bowler taking her warm-up frame is Carolyn SLAUNWHITE, Jack.
Oh, we can't say enough about Carolyn. We mentioned her scores on the opening of the show. She's a fairly smooth bowler, Bruce. She bowls straight down with a little hook to the left. Very nice style and very accurate. Carolyn's the type of bowler that she's definitely going to make the women's all-star team, and she's in practice quite a bit. I believe she's bowling in 2 or 3 leagues, and she carries an average of 110, which I think is a little bit down. But however, right now I think she's leading the women's single here in this ROTHMANS mixed doubles with 129.
Absolutely. Nice-looking 10 to warm up there, too. Now, Carolyn's partner is Ronnie Henderson.
Ron, I don't think has been bowling all that much, Bruce. I believe he's been bowling 7 years. And Ron, if we can watch the way he steps here, he sort of walks up to the foul line and then releases the ball very, very quick. Now, if Ron's got a flaw in his bowling style, it's probably the way he releases the ball, because he sort of takes about 4 or 5 steps, and then he gets to the foul line and he'll sort of jerk it a bit.
Jack, the problem with my style is that I release the ball, period. I look great until I let the ball go.
His average is 1.9, but Ron's got a lot of stuff on the ball. He throws it right to left, and but they got through the first round with a very, very good score at 473, and unfortunately, that's a tough match here tonight in Kay Sutherland and Barry Soward.
Okay, speaking of Kay Sutherland, that is Kay on your screen right now, taking her warm-up box.
Well, she came in tonight and gave me a quarter, and I said, well, what's that for? She said, that's for calling me 29. I said, okay, Kay. Kay's league average is 110. Another very smooth bowler, very accurate. She also is going to make the women's all-star team. Kay has been around a few years. She knows what it's all about. And I believe she's bowling the bowler ram at New Year's Road.
Okay, Kay Sutherland then. You talk about the women's all-star team. Somebody told me one time that you put on a miniskirt and went in as Jackie James with a wig. Failed to make the women's all-star team. Last but not least, it's Barry Soward.
Well, Barry is he's only been bowling 8 years. Very, very fast upcoming young bowler. Barry's league average is 120, and his best single is 199. But Barry's very smooth. He's got a lot of spin on the ball. Very, very smooth. You can just watch Barry bowl. There's 3 of them in Halifax right now that, and I say Halifax very loosely, Bruce. And that and Barry Soward, Colonel Jack, and Barry Houston.
Okay, Carolyn SLAUNWHITE and Ron Henderson to take on Kay Sutherland and Barry Soward. Of course, the winners will come into some cash in this particular matchup, and we'll go on to round number 3. But let's get down to business. Let's take a look at the ladies, Carolyn SLAUNWHITE and Kay Sutherland. And it'll be Sutherland on the right-hand side, SLAUNWHITE on the left. Just to update you once again, round number 1, Kay Sutherland had a 121 and a 122. Carolyn SLAUNWHITE a 129 and a 124. Good backdoor action there for Carolyn SLAUNWHITE. Now Kay Sutherland on that right pin. Off to the left a little bit for SLAUNWHITE. Looking for 10. Kay SLAUNWHITE settles for 9. And also looking for 10. And settling for 9 is Carolyn SLAUNWHITE. Rather quiet here tonight, Jack. A good crowd on hand, mind you, but just a little bit quiet.
Well, this is a very tough matchup here between Kay and Carolyn. There goes our case of Coke. Should have been.
Almost. 9/10 of the way there. Now Carolyn SLAUNWHITE punches out the middle.
This should be fairly routine for Kay.
Good.
Yep.
SLAUNWHITE has to go to work here on the right and the left-hand side. I'd like to acknowledge once again the presence of Carol McKenzie, our scorekeeper, who does such a fine job each and every week, except the week that she is bowling. Carol and her partner have made it to round 2. Well, we're going to take a look at the men now. Barry Soward on the right-hand side, Ron Henderson on the left. Ooh, right on that front pin. Makes things happen, doesn't it?
He sure does. Well, Bruce, I know that Carolyn SLAUNWHITE and Kay Sutherland are very equally matched. The match could be won or lost here between Ron and Barry. Barry's got an awful lot of experience and a great shot.
Oh.
So if Ron can stay with Barry, we're going to have an exciting match.
And Ron has got a chance here to spare, and just misses. He moved that pin.
He wobbled the 10 pin.
There's 10. Barry Soward. And 10 for Ron Henderson. Well, we're in the early stages of the first string, Jack, but I think the battle lines have been drawn. This is the type of match that can go down to the final frame.
Well, it's the type of match, Bruce, you got to pick up your spare chances.
Not a great deal of room for error in this one. A couple of good hits there, but
Barry's got a tough shot here, Bruce, but it's makeable.
Sure,
Ron's got a good shot over. He's got the 4, 7, 6, 10. Hits the 2 pins on the left. He should.
Oh, boy.
Excellent
Somebody
shot.
hollered timber. That one went down. Another 10 for Barry Soward. Henderson should have a good chance at 10 here. That wood could be tricky, though. Nope, right on the pin. Good shot. Well, 10s all the way around for Henderson and Soward. As we take a look again at Carolyn SLAUNWHITE, Kay Sutherland. It will be Carolyn SLAUNWHITE on the right-hand side, Kay Sutherland on the left. It will be on a spare.
Good action here by Carolyn.
Spare now. 6 pins.
A little wide.
4 horsemen with wood for Sutherland.
Shot.
Go. Come on. And come closer, Jack.
Well, I think the deadwood there on the 7 pin ruined that shot a bit.
Doesn't always help, does it? Well, I was just telling me the other day around the office, he said he had a lot of deadwood. It didn't help him at all. Okay, let's see what the ladies can do this time.
That's a better ball.
Yeah, right on that front pin. Good 9-pin break. Or 8-pin break.
Good shot there by
Oh.
Kay. This type of shot that we're looking at on the alley 10, Bruce, is she's got to hit that just about on the nose to get it. She might get it there.
Oh.
Ooh.
Just missed.
She went right by the deadwood.
Kay Sutherland. The right idea. I'll say hello to Evelyn Neal, one of the followers of our bowling show. watches it and enjoys the action each and every week. So a big Paisley hello to you, Evelyn Neal. Certainly hope you're enjoying this one.
I might mention, too, that Ron uses all the runway. Bruce, he's back as far as you can go. He's throwing a pretty good ball tonight.
4 boxes for these chickens between them, and 4 tens. Howard's getting some real tough splits.
Well, this is a tough shot. He's got the 3, 9, 10. He's almost got to hit that just about dead on. Ooh.
Got away a little bit. What about this shot in lane 9,
We'll
Jack?
play the single pin way over on the right. Oh, he's shook it. Good shot.
We only have 1 mark in the early going here, Jack. We could have at least 5. Wow. Ronnie Eustace. Barry Soward gets his 10, his 3rd straight. Ron Henderson. 7 for the 9. Gets 2 10s and a 9. Ron Eustace. That's a combination of Ron Henderson, Barry Soward, and Barry Eustace, I guess. There's a good indication right there, Jack, of what Barry Soward does with that action in the ball.
He's got an awful lot of spin on the ball, and there's a bad ball there by Ron.
Yeah, got away. Soward's got to be careful here, doesn't he? I mean, he's got to be real careful. Ma.
I think we got crazy glue on that one.
6 box there for Henderson. That's going to hurt him a little bit. And it is another 10 for Barry Soward. We're going to go to the scoreboard, Jack, and take a look at that. Then I want to ask you a question about some of the things we've seen so far here. But right now, let's go to that scoreboard. Jack, in the update.
Carolyn SLAUNWHITE has got 4 9s for 36 there, Bruce. She started out with a fairly good 8-pin break. I think she had the 1 and 8 or 1 and 9, and she missed it, but she had an excellent shot there in the 4th frame. She had the 6 and 10, kind of a tricky wood, but she went right down and picked up the 10-pin cleanly, but she's missing on her 3rd ball. She's not picking up her 10s. She's not pinning all that bad, but she's 36 for 4. Her partner, Ron Henderson, who said started with 2 10s. He's been on the front pin very consistently. He's got 2 10s, a 9, and a bad 6 there in the 4th frame. He's 35. Their 2 team total for 4 boxes is 71. Kay Sutherland is started with a 9 and a good spirit there in the 2nd box. He's got another 9 and an 8 for 42. She's 2 over par. Hold on, next one. Her partner, Barry Soward, has got 4 10s, even par. Barry had a 9-pin break there. He got a good break off the side there, but unfortunately, bad wood should have had it. He shook the pin. He's at even par at 40. Their 2 team total is 82, so we have Kay Sutherland and Barry Soward leading by 11 pins.
The question I wanted to ask you, Jack, was this. We've had 16 boxes played so far, only 1 marker. We've had several, perhaps 6 at least, very, very close chances to spare. Cases where the pin would be wobbling, almost going over. Does that have a tendency to psycho the ball and say, my goodness, the pins are playing tough tonight, you just can't seem to get those marks?
Well, you're about 50% right there, Bruce, but I think what it is that Carolyn and Ron and Kay and Barry know that this is a very tight match. They know what they bowled the last time out. They know what their capabilities are, and they've seen them bowl before, and I think there might be just a little bit of pressure up there.
Okay, Jack, that wraps up the wrap-up. Then let's get back to the action and take a look at Carolyn SLAUNWHITE and Kay Sutherland. Carolyn SLAUNWHITE, who will bowl on the left, as Jack mentioned a moment ago. 4 boxes, 4 9s. At 36, of course, Sutherland 2 over at 42.
Oh.
Right on that front pin. Carolyn SLAUNWHITe, off to the left.
Good shot here for Kay. On alley 10, Bruce. She hits that on the nose. She could get this very cleanly.
Well, again, very, very close to that ball, flying over, almost taking the pin with it. Carolyn SLAUNWHITE having a little bit of a problem getting on that front pin at times, Jack, in the early
Yes, she does.
10 then for Kay Sutherland. Carolyn SLAUNWHITE, ooh, she found the hole, had to settle for the 6 box.
Well, I think Carolyn SLAUNWHITE there, that 6 box, very bad 6 box from Carolyn, but she should have played the safe 2 in the corner. Bruce, I think she was going for them all.
I think she was. Case Sutherland again in that front pin.
Case of Coke.
Again, she come close, Jack, with the strike. One, she too is on that front pin. Gets a 7-pin break with wood. Well, this one's simple, Jack, in the sense that he knows exactly what she has to do, but it got away.
Carolyn's got a golden opportunity here. I think she's missed.
Yep. Whoops, in the back door. But Carolyn SLAUNWHITE picked up her first mark, that being the spare, and the ladies will sit down and give way to the men. Barry Soward on the right, 4 boxes and 4 tens. Dead even at 40.
That's what we call a steal in bowling. But it was still a good shot by Carolyn. Anytime you're close, you get a chance to make it.
That's right. Look at this. Good ball by Barry Soward. Off to the left. Ron Henderson struggling just a little bit in the last few boxes, Jack.
Well, he's got to stay close to Barry, I think, to make this a good match. Barry can bust out at any time, as we witnessed this first round with 159 to 139.
A lot of time. Looking this one over and bang, dead center. Good shot. Good action there, a little bit late for Ron Henderson.
Well, I'd just like to take a couple seconds here, Bruce, and say hello to the Three Stooges tonight who were down here to join our show, and that are Reed Schreider, Chuck McDonald, and Ryan Dagnall.
Yep. All hands here, along with the mink farmer, Sheldon Buffett. Planted those minks, but they just don't seem to want to grow. Okay, Soward up the spare now. On that front pin, but a little too flush. Gets 6 on it. They'll have a tough time to square that up. Henderson now, he too is on the front pin. With wood in behind, he'll have a shot.
Barry's got a tough shot here, but he'll play the 2 on the right and throw it over.
You called it, Jack. Henderson now. Oh, he got the tough one. Left the corner pin on the right-hand side. Soward. A 9. That's Barry Soward's 6th box. First time he's lost a pin, Jack. The 4 tens and the spare, the 9 there. Ladies back up, Carolyn SLAUNWHITE. Side, spare. Oh, off to the left a little bit. Up to 4. Case Sutherland now. Stop to the right a bit. Oh, finding the hole is Case Sutherland. He'll have a pressure shot coming up.
Well, this should be a fairly routine 10 for Carolyn SLAUNWHITE.
Yes. And a 6th box for Case Sutherland.
Well, even though Carolyn didn't get too much on her mark, Bruce, she only got 4, but Kay had a 6 box, so she picked up 8 pins in those 2 boxes, and not 1 box.
Change quickly, can't it?
It sure can. This is why pinning is so important.
And finding the range now is Carolyn SLAUNWHITE. He's on the front pin. Off to the left a bit with Case Sutherland. What about this shot in lane number 10? Right here, Jack.
Well, it's a fairly tough shot, Bruce. I think what she's going to do here is play the 3 on the right, and it's a tee shot.
Oh!
Well, she was trying.
Boy, came close, and so did Case Sutherland. Now SLAUNWHITE gets her 10. Sutherland in search of 10. She gets 10. Ronnie Henderson is on the right-hand side. He's at 55. 10 up. Barry Soward on the left-hand side at 65. Of course, through the first 6 boxes. Good ball there by Ron Henderson. Would have liked to have that one in the corner, Jack.
It's a heck of a hit there by Ron.
Soward gets half up. How's he play this one on lane 10, Jack?
He's got an interesting shot here. He's got to play the single pin. He's got to hit the side of that wood, and it should go over and hit the 4 and 7. The ball should take the 10. He's gone the wrong way. Well, that's where an experienced bowler comes in, Bruce. I'm not saying that Ron didn't know where to play that, but if he hits the side of this wood, it's definitely got to go left, and the ball will carry around and take the 10 pin. Let's see where it goes.
Yep.
Now you got too high.
He just did that, Jack. He must have heard what you were saying. I'll show him.
Well, Well, this match is very close.
Yeah.
Bruce, there's only about 10 or 12 pins in the difference. We only see 3 marks on the sheet, and I thought this was going to be a high-scoring game, but I think it still will be in the second string.
Well, a good hit there by Ron Henderson, but he came up really empty. And a great hit there by Barry Soward. He's not going to have it easy either.
Oh, I think he is, Bruce. He's got good wood there.
I'm judging by what I do, Jack. This is real tough.
Barry hits that on the red van. It should go. Right on the pin. Ron's got to get 2.
And he did. Soward gets a 10. Well, 8 boxes are now history, and this is the first string. CAROLYN SLAUNWHITE and Ron Henderson against Kay Sutherland and her partner Barry Soward. If we go back to the scoreboard now with 2 frames to come, the update with Jack James.
Oh, CAROLYN SLAUNWHITE, the last 3 boxes come on strong. Bruce, she got the mark there in the 6th box, and she got 400, 210, so she's at 76 for 8 boxes. The only bad box she has in there is a 6, and the rest are 9s and 10s. What CAROLYN's got to do, she's got to get on the front pin to be effective. Her partner, Ron Henderson, is also pinning very, very well. He also has a 6 box. He's at 73, but he's been on that front pin, Bruce, and I think you just mentioned before we went to the scoreboard that he's getting some terrible breaks down there, but the type of bowler that Ron is, he's got to stay with it, and I'm sure that type of ball he's throwing, it's going to work for him. After 8 boxes, CAROLYN SLAUNWHITE and Ron Henderson at 149. Kay Sutherland, on the other hand, had a golden opportunity there in the 6-for-6 frame. She had a 7-pin, which is her easy side because she's a right-handed bowler. She had the single pin all by itself, which was a 7, and she missed it, and then come back with a 6 and a 10. She has 1 mark. After 8 boxes, she's at 77. Barry Soward is going along very, very well. He has 1 mark, I believe, 6 10s and a 9. He's at 85. He also is around the front pin, and I think Barry's most dangerous when he's not on the front pin because he gets a lot of action off the sideboards and what have you, and a lot of good spare chances. His second ball is very, very deadly. Their 8-box total is 162, so we have Kay and Barry leading by 13 pins.
Well, it's really interesting to note, Jack, these 2 teams playing in round number 1, of course, they bowled a total of 8 strings, 2 apiece. The worst score was 100. That was Ronnie Henderson. And you go from there, the worst score after that was 120. We're talking 120, 124, 129, 159, 139, 121, and 122. But right now, only 1 bowler with 2 boxes to come right here is over, and that's Barry Soward with, he's just 5 over. So it's a close match, but it's not high scoring. Let's see if they can pick up the pace a little bit in the final 2 frames of spring number 1 as we now go back to the action. Finish off, then it will be Kay Sutherland on the right-hand side and CAROLYN SLAUNWHITE on the left. And of course, say finish off, I mean finish off the first string. Sutherland leaves the 4 horsemen.
Good action there by CAROLYN SLAUNWHITE.
Sutherland got into the middle a little bit there.
CAROLYN's got an excellent shot here, Bruce. She's got the 139. She's missed it.
What's wrong with your eyesight?
Something wrong with my chest, though. You wouldn't like the flu or anything.
Well, we should mention that you do have the flu tonight, Jack, but you'd never know it. Well, there's a gain of 1 pin for SLAUNWHITE and Henderson. The difference now 12. They are now finishing off the first string. So SLAUNWHITE and Sutherland are dead even at 86. Up to the right just a bit there now, SLAUNWHITE. On that front pin has 9. We'll have an excellent spare chance.
Should have had them all.
Sutherland just missing.
Well, what we're looking at right now, alley 9, is CAROLYN SLAUNWHITE. She has what we call the kingpin. That's the 5-pin. Were you aware of that, Bruce?
I could have made that shot. Not only was I aware that was the kingpin, not to be confused with the pin right out in front.
No, that's right. Now, anytime you get a perfect hit, and you see what CAROLYN SLAUNWHITE had there, the 5-pin, that's called the kingpin. That's the hardest one to knock down when you have a perfect hit.
All right, let's see what she can do now on the bonus.
And your front pin up front, you can call it the head pin, you can call it the front pin.
You can call it the one toughest to hit sometime, too, and throw that first ball. It's a good 7-pin break on the spare for Carolyn SLAUNWHITE, so that is going to change the water on the beans a little bit. It's a swing of 8 unofficially. I've got it at about 4. The difference now between the two teams as Ron Henderson and Barry Eustace prepare to finish off their first string. This is Barry Eustace, Barry Soward, crashing in with a 9-pin break.
Solid 6-pin left there.
Not to be confused with the king pin. Or the head pin or front pin.
That's right. Fairly routine for Barry.
Yep. Tough shot here for Ron Henderson. Oh, he's got it. Great shot. Henderson coming through under some pressure there. Gets a
great shot there by Ron Henderson. And I'll tell you, if he can stay close to Barry Soward, it's going to be a good match because I know Kay and Carol are just about the same as far as average is concerned. But when you look at Ron's average, Ron is around 108, and I think Barry's at 120. So it's a big uphill battle.
On the spare for Eustace. With that great action to get 6.
I can't pronounce
Soward.
Another bad break
Boy,
from Ron.
It sure is. He picked up 4 there. This is Barry Soward. That's his target. Oh, boy, did he give that a chance. Now, this is not all that bad for Ron Henderson. The wood to work with. Hey, he's coming close, Jack. My. But it's not horseshoes.
That's right.
Soward now. This is now. Ron Henderson, and he has got his. So, the first string is now history. We're halfway there. This is the first week of the second round of the ROTHMANS Mixed Doubles Championship, and we have got a dandy going here. The lead is tightened up considerably the final couple of frames, so let's swing back to the scoreboard and just see where Carolyn SLAUNWHITE and Ronnie Henderson stand as they battle Kay Sutherland and Barry Soward.
Carolyn SLAUNWHITE finished up very strong, Bruce. She got a big mark there in the 10th frame. She got 7 on it, finished up with 103. She had one other mark at 4 on it, so she picked up 11 pins on her spares, finished up with 103. So Carolyn dropped 8 pins, and I know that's not Carolyn's type of game, even though she's got to be happy with 103. Her partner, Ron Henderson, who I thought hit that hit pin very consistently and pinned well. He only had 1 6 box. The rest of their 9s and 10s, and he had 1 spare there in the 9th frame for 4 on it, which was a good hit pin hit and deserved a lot better. Finished up with a 97. But what Ron's got to do right now is stay in that pocket, and I'm sure an inch either way, he's going to get some good spare chances, possibly a few strikes. Their two-team total is 200. Kay Sullivan, who started with a spear there in the second box, and knowing the type of bowler that Kay is, I thought for sure she'd stretch out a few. She's had a few golden opportunities, which she has missed. She's pitting very well, except for the 6 box there she had in the 6th frame. She's at 95. And what can we say about Barry Soward? He's got 2 9s, 2 spears, and I believe 6 10s. He's got a total of 12 on 2 spares, Bruce. He finished up with 110. It's just excellent bowling. He's had some spare chances that he's hit that haven't gone, but at 110 for 2 marks is excellent bowling, excellent pinning. Their two-team total is 205. So we have Kay Sullivan and Barry Soward leading by 5 pins after the first string.
Jack, you like to be ahead, of course, after the first string. But that 5 pins really doesn't mean a great deal at this point in time.
It sure doesn't, Bruce. I mean, even though you got the lead, you know, it's better than trying to come from behind 25 or 30 pin deficit. But looking at the way that Carolyn SLAUNWHITE and Ron Henderson is bowling right now, they're very consistent on the front pin. I think Kay is a bit nervous, but she shouldn't be because she's been around a while. We're going to have an exciting finish here. I'm not counting Kay or Barry out here, but it looks like to me that Ron and Carolyn are very consistent around that front pin.
Sure are, and as you mentioned, Jack, they finished strong. In that first 4 strings, we had a total of, 6 marks, all of them spares, so the case of Coke still stands. That, of course, going to the bowler with the first strike. That's the situation then, just 5 pins in the difference. That in favor of Kay Sutherland and Barry Soward as they do battle with Ron Henderson and Carolyn SLAUNWHITE. So, now, let's go back to the action and the first couple of frames in string number 2. And once again, to lead it off, Carolyn SLAUNWHITE and Kay Sutherland. Jack, we missed the tip of the week this week.
Oh, really?
Rumor has it that You've told the bowlers everything you know. There's nothing left to tell.
Wasn't a heck of a lot.
So I tell you what, anybody watching the show, drop us a line. Call it ROTHMANS Doubles Championship. Here at Paisley Lanes, number 4, Pine Street Extension here in Dartmouth. And drop us a line and tell us how much you enjoy Jack Jane's Bowling Tip of the Week.
Oh,
and when the mailbags get full, Jack is going to renegotiate his contract. We'll be able to pay him the big money because the demand is going to be there. And we'll have the Bowler's Tip of the Week back on the air.
Well, I appreciate that, Bruce, but thank you all for all 2 letters, but I have a better one. Back that up. If anybody has any problems up there in their bowling leagues or what have you, and they want to try and get it turned out or explained on the air, we'll turn that over to... There's our case of cover.
Boy, was that timely. Thank you very much, CAROLYN SLAUNWHITE.
We'll try and iron them out for you. So if you have any problems up there in your bowling leagues or a few rules that you're not clear on, drop us a line and we'll surely have Bruce or Al Peters, we'll learn them out for you. That's all in jokes, man.
Okay. In all seriousness, Jack, during that first round, you brought forth a lot of good points in your Tip of the Week, and you've had a lot of good comments on them, and we appreciate them.
We've got a few left.
And I love you.
We've got a few left, and we'll save for a couple of good shows. And not to say that this is not a good show, but Ronnie around the front pin.
Barry Soward on the left-hand side. CAROLYN SLAUNWHITE, of course, with that strike a moment ago, picks up that case of Coke. And Kay Sutherland came so close in that first string a couple of times, the 9-pin break and the 10th pin just wobbling. But it's CAROLYN SLAUNWHITE who will drink up tonight. Compliments the good folks at Coca-Cola. John Henderson gets a good-looking 9 there. And Barry Soward will settle for 8. Our lead may
well, at
change.
this time, Bruce, if I can take a couple of seconds of your time, I'd like to congratulate Mike Crooks for winning the Moosehead Golden Light tournament at Brentwood this weekend. That's his first win ever, and he's also a bowler, and I'd like to thank him. I know his mother and father watch his show 3 times a week. They do tape it, and also like to congratulate David Weber for runner-up, and also Don O'Hearn for finishing.
All right. He made it this year.
Great shot.
Great try there. Very, very close. And a good try there by Barry Soward in a very difficult shot. He came very close. A 9 and a 10. Well, ladies are going to come back up now, and it's going to get interesting, Jack, because CAROLYN SLAUNWHITE is open on that strike. The difference now is just, what, 4 pins?
Ball.
Oh, great ball. Great try. Now CAROLYN SLAUNWHITE on that strike. She's capable of the double, but not this time.
Well, Kay's got a good shot here. She's got the 10 pin, and she's got a nice little guide there off the end of the wood. She's got it right on the pin.
Yep. Over this shot, Jack.
Hit and hope.
Yeah, you're on a strike, too. It makes it more difficult. So she picks up 6 on the strike.
She should come out with the 9 box.
Yeah, she's got the wood there now to help her. And she does. Now, let's see what Kay Sutherland can do with the spare. He hit real well the last time with that 9-pin break. Hit well again.
That serves a lot better. That was a good hit, Bruce.
No question. Hit 7. Now SLAUNWHITE. Bowlers Proprietors Association of Nova Scotia met this past week, Jack, just to keep the bowlers in Metro informed. The Proprietors Association. Oh, a great try there. CAROLYN SLAUNWHITE with the spin.
It's one of the toughest shots in the lane.
Bowlers, at least the proprietors, are forming a association, or have done that, and I think that spells good news for bowling generally in the province. The sport is It's really coming back, Jack. You've mentioned it time and time again. A lot of interest in bowling, a lot of league interest. But I kind of tip my hat in the direction of the proprietors, because they are now getting together to figure out ways and means they can make the sport better for the bowlers, and that's what it's all about. So over the next year or so, look for big things from that association.
Barry's got an excellent shot here, Bruce. He's got the 10 him with lots of wood. Should have it.
Yes. Sutherland and Soward staging a bit of a comeback, Jack, after they gave up the lead momentarily. Oh, and a great shot by Ron Henderson. He's made a couple of real key spare shots, Jack.
Well, Ron's staying right with him, and I mean, this is where the match is going to be won or lost. Right here between Ron and Barry. They're the anchor bowlers, and right now they're both tied. They both have 18 and they're 28 and open on the mark.
I bowled, Jack. I was the anchor man. Sort of like a dead weight around the rest of the team's neck. But what a great shot there for Barry Soward as he picks up the strike on the spare. And Ron Henderson now on a spare, under a bit of pressure again. Bang! He's got 9, but not 10. Well, he almost duplicated the feat by Barry Soward. Had that wood not been right there, Jack, he might have got that pin. But did wood coming back. Should spare it, though. And does. So a real interesting exchange there between Ron Henderson and Barry Soward, as they get 3 spares and a strike in those 4 boxes. 4 boxes gone then, spring number 2. 14 in total of 20. Let's go back to the scoreboard and take a look at a very, very interesting situation.
Carolyn SLAUNWHITE holding a lot better these first 4 boxes of the second string, Bruce. She got a strike there in the second box. Had a good hit, punched out, but got a good 6 on it. She's at 44 for 4. Her partner, Ron Henderson, we just witnessed, started with 2 9s, made an excellent spirit shot there in the third, got 9 on it, right back, got the single pin. He's at 47. Their 8-box total is 91, 11 pins over par. Kay Sutherland, on the other hand, is started with a 10-8, got a good spear there in the third frame, got 7 on it. She's at 45, also pinning well. And we just saw Barry put some new balls on the rack. Should have had a double strike, really. Started with an 8 and a 10, got a big 9-pin break there in the third box, threw a good strike on it in the 4th frame. And I'll tell you, that strike went down so quick, Bruce, we don't know if a pin fell last. He's at 48. Their 2 team total is 93. So we have Kay Sutherland and Barry Soward after 14 boxes, leading by 7 pins.
Down fast. Was talk around the lanes when that went down that, hey, he forgot to set the pins. Interesting to note, Jack, we have 6 marks now through the first 4 frames and this the second string. We only had 6 marks through the 10 frames in the opening string, so it's an indication that the bowlers are really picking up the pace as we charge down the home stretch. As we do that, now let's go to Carolyn SLAUNWHITE and Kay Sutherland. Okay, Carolyn SLAUNWHITE on the right-hand side, and Kay Sutherland on the left, just 1 pin separating them. 44 for SLAUNWHITE, 45 for Sutherland.
Good ball.
Yep. Oh, boy, they're playing a little tough. Sutherland, punch
now
straight to the
we've
middle.
got the same break again that Ron had earlier on, Bruce. Carolyn's got the 4-7 and a 10. She's going to play the 10 pin. You watch. Too high up.
Yeah. Well, there's half of them for Kay Sutherland. She'll work the other side. Should be 10 for SLAUNWHITE. And it is.
It's a good 9 there for Kay. Anytime you punch out the middle, Bruce, and 3 on each side, you come over with a 9 or a 10, it's excellent bowling.
Yep. How many pins do we have in the difference, Jack, at the...
I believe I got 7.
7.
It's down to 6.
SLAUNWHITE will have a chance to spare it. Sutherland hits well, actually moved that pin over a bit. But it wouldn't fall.
This is one of the toughest shots in the lanes, but she could hit this and not go.
Oh.
She missed it bad.
She knew it as soon as she let the ball go. Real tough shot here for Sutherland.
Great shot.
Boy, did she come close, Jack.
Oh, that was an excellent shot here by Kay.
No question. SLAUNWHITE gets a 10. Wood fell out in front. Sutherland's got to be careful with this one. Hit it just right. She did. So a couple of 10s for the ladies to finish off there. They remain dead even. 64 apiece. as Ron Henderson and Barry Soward step up. 6 pins, the difference in favor of Sutherland and Soward. And keep in mind, Henderson on the right is on a spare. Soward on the left is on a strike. Henderson will get 6. Soward, bang, crashes in. He's hitting real well. Jack, he's got 8 already. And we'll have a chance to spare things up, although it might not be all that easy. We'll get back to that one in just a moment. This is Henderson's shot. That is not easy.
The shot that Barry's got, I'm not sure what side he'll play. If he plays the 10-pin, I figured he'd leave the 10-pin. It's a tough shot.
Yeah. Wood, had the wood moved to roll just another couple of inches, Jack, that would have been a relatively easy shot. Soward picked up 9 on the strike, which is all important. Gets 10 there. Difference should be, what, 10 pins, Jack?
You're right on, Bruce. Your calculator is working well tonight.
I got to give credit to my accountant who's sitting next to me. I brought him with me today.
There'll be some action here. Ron.
Henderson, hey, keep him going, he said. Could be the longest strike in history.
I can see that wood coming up there, Bruce. Our camera switched, but I can see that he's going to get some good action.
Oh, got the spare.
Bowling well tonight.
Yeah, no question. This is Soward now. And he's got his. A great shot for Barry Soward. These guys are giving no quarter. None whatsoever.
Well, I'd like to thank Pauline Peters for buying you that calculator. I mean, it was long overdue, and it was a good investment.
Now, if you just learn how to use that, Jack. Got to get a reset in lane number 9. That's the delay. That'll happen occasionally, I guess.
I thought Paul Judge was down there with the sweep tonight.
Boy, talking about giving no quarter. These ladies are giving no quarter here. 64 apiece. They're dead even. Good hit. She's going to have the diamond with wood in between. Now, SLAUNWHITE.
Kay's got the 2, 4, 5, 8, and she's on the 2-pin right there. Should have it.
Oh. SLAUNWHITE. What about this, Jack?
Well, this is a tough shot. She's going to hit it almost on the nose. I don't think I've seen Carolyn bowl so bad on her second ball, especially.
Yeah. You'll be hearing, of course, Jack, from the Carolyn SLAUNWHITE fan club.
Well, she's a very good pinner and very accurate bowler. Both ladies are, Carolyn and Kay. And,
too late now, Jack.
Anytime you get a spare chance, both these ladies are going to be right on it.
Not just 1 pin. Different.
Carolyn's going to get a mark here.
I'd like to have one of those too, Jack.
Well, depending on where wood settles here, we'll go back to that lane.
The 4 pins Kay Sutherland rather is looking at.
Carol's got a shot here. She's got to play. I'd almost play the nose of that front wood.
And pray.
Ooh, she caught the back one. It's a good try. She had the right idea.
Kay Sutherland there almost picked up 10. SLAUNWHITE settled for 9. A couple of 9s for the ladies. As the men step back up again. Both are open on spares. Ronnie Henderson on the left and Barry Soward on the right. 11 pins. That's the spread right now. That could change with the next 2 shots. Oh, great ball there by Barry Soward. Boy, they went down in a hurry. Now Ron Henderson down that front pin. He's got 7. He's looking for 8. Hey, got the wood to help him there. Now Barry Soward looking for spare. Oh, yeah.
No problem. Ron could lead to 4 or 7 here, Bruce. This is a...
Oh. That
was
hurts.
a bad misser by Ron. I mean, it's a tough shot with the wood on the side, but we'll see if he hits it on the side. 4 of the 7 could stand here. It was a 4.
Yeah. 9. Well, that's not timing at all for Ron Henderson because Soward...
13 pins.
Yeah, up by 13, open on a mark. Getting serious now for SLAUNWHITE and Henderson. We'll go to the scoreboard in just a moment following the completion of this frame. Well, only 4 for Barry Soward. It is now 17 pins, but a tough split here for Ron Henderson.
up by Barry.
Boy, does he ever make things happen, Jack. He gets great action.
A lot of spin on the ball.
Oh, Ronnie Henderson struggling right now. Solid 10. Barry Soward. Henderson. Oh, that was an 8. I think he'll be happy with that, Jack. Well, change of events here, as we are just 2 frames away from completion of tonight's match. Carolyn SLAUNWHITE and Ron Henderson now in some serious trouble against Kay Sutherland and Barry Soward. Just how serious is that? Well, Jack James will bring you up to date.
Carolyn SLAUNWHITE, Bruce, started with a strike here in the second box. I thought for sure she'd string out a few, but she's got 9s and 10s here. She's had some good spare chances that she's missed, and she knows it, but she's pinning very, very well. She had 600 strike there in the second box. She's at 82 for 8. It's not bad pinning, but I know when she looks at it, when she gets home, that there's a lot of what we call easy spare chances that she has missed. Her partner, on the other hand, is bowling well, except for the last couple of boxes. He's been on the front pin, and that 7-pin break that he missed there in the 7th frame, I knew that the wood was slanted just a wee bit too much for the wood to go across or take the 4 or the 7. He left the 4-pin, however. He's bowling excellent. He has 3 marks. He's 96, 16 over par. Their 2 team total is 178. Kay Sutherland, on the other hand, has 1 mark way back in the 3rd box and has had some good spare chances, same as Carolyn. And she's nothing but 9s and 10s. She's at 83 for 8, 3 pins over par. And Barry Soward, he changed balls there way back in the 3rd box. He's got 4 marks. He's at 109. We just watched Barry bowl, and when Barry's around the 1 and 2, 1 and 3, Bruce, like you mentioned, he's very explosive. You never know what he's going to do. He leaves a lot of wood on the alleys, and he's very accurate. He's at 109, 29 pins over par. Their 2 team totals up 192, and Carolyn 178 with the 5 that Kay and Barry have from the first string. I make it 19 pins in favor of Kay Sutherland and Barry Soward.
Okay, SLAUNWHITE and Henderson down by 5 after the first string. That second string yet to come. As you say, Jack, now find themselves down by 19 with 2 frames each yet to come. The situation is serious, not critical, though. As we prepare now to complete the second string and tonight's match, let's go back and watch Carolyn SLAUNWHITE and Kay Sutherland. Well, this is it, Jack. There's not going to be any tomorrow for one of these 2 teams. Carolyn SLAUNWHITE, Kay Sutherland. There's a battle. There is only 1 pin difference in this string, and SLAUNWHITE punched out the middle. Desperately did not want to do.
Well, when you're down 19, Bruce, that's not what you want to do. And what Carolyn's got to do here is come up with a 9 or a 10, and Kay's got a good spare chance here on the alley 9.
Oh, just missed. That would have been the match.
Put it good.
Well, SLAUNWHITE got but 1 that 3rd ball, so she gets a 7 box and a 10 for Kay. That makes the difference now 52 pins. Pretty tough. Carolyn SLAUNWHITE. First mark here. There it is. SLAUNWHITE on the way. Here's the shot.
Ball.
Missing that front pin. Now, Kay Sutherland. She could settle it all very quickly with a mark. SLAUNWHITE's not going to have it easy, Jack. This is a tough shot.
Looks good.
Oh, boy. A great
Kay
try.
gets this. Could put the icing on the cake.
Yeah. She's got it. Kay Sutherland comes through with a mark. The difference 22 pins with Kay Sutherland to throw the bonus. So it's 22 plus 4. Making 26 pins the difference. That is the task to face Ron Henderson. He faces Barry Soward. Boy, that's a tough road to hoe, Jack.
Well, Ron is around that front pin. If he can stay with it, he can throw the...
Off to the right a little bit. Barry Soward gets that great late action. Makes a lot of things happen with that first ball. Now, Ron Henderson.
No, I think your winners tonight are good shots here by Barry.
Yeah. Barry Soward to Jack, he gives everything a chance. He'll get 10 here, 28 the difference as they just play with the string right now. Ron Henderson and Barry Soward for the final box. Soward at 119. Henderson at 104 this string. Henderson. Now Soward. That's the diamond shot. Oh, great try there by Ronnie Henderson.
Excellent shot.
4 marks, 9 boxes for Barry Soward. Misses here. But it's fun time for Barry Soward. Pressure's off. He shoots the string. And that's the way it will end, with a couple of 9 boxes by Barry Soward and Ron Henderson. They shake hands. But moving on to round number 3 will be Kay Sutherland and Barry Soward, as tonight they beat CAROLYN, SLAUNWHITE, and Ron Henderson. We should point out that the winners tonight will automatically pick up some cash. Losers, of course, have to wait until the next time around for a chance to pick up some of those dollars. But CAROLYN SLAUNWHITE may, despite losing tonight, go away a winner, because she is the owner of the high single at 129 for the ladies. And should that stand up, of course, throughout the rest of this tournament, she will pick up a cash prize of $50. In case you're wondering, Carol Jack bowls the men's high single of 180. Bowled that the very first week. But that's the situation here tonight. CAROLYN SLAUNWHITE and Ron Henderson going down to the feet to Kay Sutherland and Barry Soward. We'll talk to Sutherland and Soward in just a moment. Joining me then in the winner's circle is Kay Sutherland and Barry Eustace. And first of all, congratulations, Kay. You know, if you look at the stats, you could say, boy, you fell apart tonight. 95 and 107, but only because you bowled so well with that 121 and 122 in the first round. But you did. You bowled well tonight. 95, and you came through when you had to come through. There was a lot of pressure on tonight, wasn't there?
There was, yeah. Carol's a good bowler, and I had to stay with her.
In the first string, if memory serves me correctly, you were on that front pin very well. Came so close twice to getting those strikes. And I mentioned to Jack, I said, how discouraging does that make a bowler? Did that discourage you at all?
A little, yes, it did tonight, yes.
But you came through. The big thing is when in that second string, when it was only, 5 pins in the difference the first time around, you really came through under pressure. Congratulations to you, Kay, and we certainly look forward to seeing you in round number 3.
Thank you very much.
And on my far right, Barry Eustace. Barry, just before going on the air, Barry Soward. Yeah, I did it already, didn't I? I said I did it 6 times during the show, twice now. That's 7 I owe you. Barry Soward and Barry, before going on the show, we were talking about the fact that you have a tough time drawing number 1 in a particular round, or at least the first show, but you broke the string.
Yeah, oh, terrible. Terrible. Every time in all the matches so far, I've gone through the first round and got through the first round and got picked for the first week. In the second round, I've lost each time, and I was really pleased to break the streak this time.
Okay, just taking a quick look at your scores, not too shabby. 110, then a good 128, and that 128 really is when it counted in that second string.
Well, I was having a lot of trouble, Bruce, with getting the ball out far enough and getting the breaks that I wanted, so I changed to another ball, a little smaller ball, same weight, and I put it in the third and fourth box of the second string, and I got a spare and strike, so I was really glad that I made the switch, because it really helped me from then on in.
The old hawk, Jack James, picked up on that.
Yeah, yeah.
He saw it. Congratulations to you, Barry Soward, and by the way, Barry Eustace says hello.
Oh, hi, Barry.
Okay. We look forward then to seeing Kay Sutherland and Barry Soward in round number 3. Jack, very quickly, an exciting match tonight. Not high scoring in the early going, but they picked up the pace coming home.
Well, it was very, very close, Bruce. It was coming down to the wire. CAROLYN SLAUNWHITE, I know, is not going to be pleased. I know we said that time and time again throughout the show, but anytime CAROLYN gets those breaks that she had tonight there in the first 2 strings, they're normally routine for her. And anytime you get CAROLYN bowling 103 and a 99, she's got to be off her game. And I think she made a comment to me once we were at a timeout that she came over and she said, I didn't bowl this bad when I first started. So she finished with a 202, and I know she's not pleased, but however, that's the way the game is, and she'll be back. We'll look forward to seeing CAROLYN probably in shows that we have upcoming. Ron Henderson, her partner, one mark the first string for 97, but come on strong. He stayed with Barry. Barry, I believe, changed balls in the third box, like he mentioned to you, and he got a spare and he got a strike on it. Ron came right back in the same two boxes, got a spare with another spare. So we have to give Ron credit. He bowled 97 the first string and 113 for 210. Their four-string total was 412. Then we look at Kay Sullivan. She was 95. The first string with one mark, 2 marks the second string for 107 of 202. So her and Carolyn pretty well stayed head and head. I would almost call that a soft tie. But Barry, the old bowler he is, he's only been bowling for a few years, but came right back the last string with 128 and 110 the first string for 238. Their four-string total was 440. There's one thing I'd like to mention, Bruce, also, that Barry bowled 20 boxes tonight. He dropped a total of 5 pins.
Yep, not too shabby at all. Before we get to next week's show, Jack, just want to say hello to Claude competition. So we're talking some pretty good dollars.